The Black Dahlia murder, a name that haunts the streets of Los Angeles, forever etched in the minds of true crime enthusiasts. In 1947, Elizabeth Short became the center of one of the most infamous unsolved cases in history. Strangely, however, there was no body, no physical evidence, and startlingly, no witnesses. Just whispers of horror and a chilling absence that left investigators in disarray. Picture this: a city vibrant with life, yet shrouded in darkness. Elizabeth, a young aspiring actress with dreams as bright as Hollywood itself, vanishes into thin air. Her absence sends shockwaves through the community, and when a gruesome discovery is made, panic grips the city. But rather than a body to investigate, there are only fragments, a shattered illusion. Days pass filled with rumors. Authorities scramble to tie together a string of bizarre clues as the press latches onto the story. A woman is missing, they scream. One who dared to chase her dreams. But without a body, the case spirals into chaos, leading investigators down a rabbit hole of theories and suspects, each crazier than the last. Still, as despair turned to madness, a shocking twist erupted. A mysterious letter arrives at the police station. It reads, "I have the body. Meet me at the edge of Black Spark." Instantly, investigators are electrified. Could this be a breakthrough? Hope flickers, igniting a desperate race against time. Yet when they arrive, the park is empty. No body, no clues. Just a chilling echo of laughter that seems to linger in the trees. Heartbeats quicken as a detective mutters, "This feels like a trap." And indeed, the truth feels elusive, like a mirage on a scorching desert road. As days turn into weeks, pressure mounts on the Los Angeles Police Department. The media circus escalates, and Elizabeth Short's name becomes synonymous with tragedy. The more they dig, the more tangled the threads become. Each lead gives birth to another wild tale. Rival actresses, jealous lovers, obsessed fans, everyone is a suspect. But still, no one knows the truth. Then, in the midst of growing frustration, a lead surfaces, an old friend of Elizabeth's. Asterisk, she had spoken to her the night before she disappeared. She was scared, the friend claims, voice shaking. She mentioned something about someone following her, a man. She was terrified. The investigators lean in, hearts racing. "Do you remember who it was?" "No," she falters. "But he drove a black car. It was sleek, a real smooth operator." The detectives follow the lead, scouring the streets for sightings of black vehicles, desperately hoping for a lead. But yet again, every search proves fruitless. Just as they were about to concede defeat, another twist unfolded: the discovery of a hidden diary among Elizabeth's belongings. In its pages, the words scream out in despair. "The man is watching me," one entry states, hauntingly prophetic. "He knows my every move. Sometimes, I think he's in my room when I sleep." The investigators, now both anxious and intrigued, realize this was no mere obsession. This was a predator lurking, waiting to strike. Determined to follow the ominous trail, they dive deeper into Elizabeth's world, uncovering a tangled web of secrets and connections. Friends come forward, revealing more about her life, the parties, the dark circles she moved in, and the toxic relationships that tied her to powerful men in Hollywood. Each revelation deepens the mystery, leaving the investigators reeling. But just as they begin to piece together parts of Elizabeth's last days, a shocking inconsistency arises. A witness comes forward claiming to have seen her leaving a famous bar with a man the night she disappeared. Yet when they provided a description, it didn't match anyone they had already interviewed. "Who is this man?" one detective asks, frustration bubbling. "Why hasn't he come forward?" As the web of deception thickens, another twist emerges: a second letter, this time laced with threats, arrives at the police station. Asterisk, "You're getting too close. If you want to find her, you'll have to dig deeper, but beware of the shadows. They will consume you. The detectives feel the weight of those words. Asterisk, they had little evidence, little hope. But the stakes were growing ever higher. Asterisk, time was running out. Would the shadow of the Black Dahlia claim more victims? Or could they finally unveil the truth behind her tragic fate? But just when they believed they might be able to unearth the mystery, something utterly chilling occurred. The lead detective received a phone call in the dead of night. "You're close," a distorted voice whispered. "But you'll never find her. The game has only just begun." As cold fear gripped his heart, the line went dead, leaving nothing but silence and uncertainty. Were they chasing ghosts, or had they stumbled upon something far more sinister? Just as the investigation reached a boiling point, the lead detective received a chilling phone call. "You're close," a distorted voice hissed, sending shivers down his spine. "But you'll never find her. The game has only just begun." The line went dead, leaving him isolated in a room full of unanswered questions and rising tension. Imagine standing on the edge of a precipice, with the truth dangling just out of reach. The stakes couldn't be higher, and with each passing moment, the weight of Elizabeth Short's mysterious disappearance bore down harder on the detectives. Who was the elusive shadow threatening them? What hellish game had they stumbled into? As the detective hung up the phone, adrenaline surged through him. Asterisk, someone was watching. Someone knew far too much. Asterisk, gathering his team, he said, "We need to analyze every detail. Every connection that ties to Elizabeth Short could be crucial." They diligently combed through her life, retracing her steps, rumors, and connections. New leads began to emerge through whispers and innuendos. Links to secret circles in Hollywood revealed themselves. Elizabeth's life had been more than just an aspiring actress. It was a twisted tale of ambition, manipulation, and dark alliances. Then, an unexpected breakthrough came. A waitress from one of the bars where Elizabeth had frequently visited stepped forward, trembling. "I saw her talking to a man," she said, eyes wide with fear. "He was strange, almost charming. She seemed nervous, as if he had some hold over her. I thought they were just friends." But now her voice trailed off, and the detectives exchanged knowing glances. "Did you get a good look at him?" The lead detective pressed, trying to extract every detail. The waitress nodded slowly, shaky hands gesturing as she described the man's slicked back hair and tailored suit, vivid details that lodged themselves in the detectives' minds. "Do you remember anything else? A name, where he went afterward?" "I think he said he worked in production or something. I can't be sure," she stuttered, "but he definitely drove a black car." A black car. The description echoed hauntingly in the investigator's mind, linking it all back to previous leads. They needed to find this man. The detectives pushed forward, determined to uncover the dark truth lurking just beneath the surface. Days turned into frantic nights as they pursued multiple leads. Then, another breakthrough occurred. They discovered a connection between Elizabeth and the production circles in Los Angeles. It turned out that one of the key producers linked to her was a well-known figure named James Sterling, a man notorious for his powerful connections and a reputation for being both charming and ruthless. As they delved deeper into Sterling's life, a sinister profile emerged. He was known for throwing extravagant parties attended by Hollywood's elite, but also, there were hushed whispers, rumors of young actresses going missing after crossing his path. It was a potential link to the nightmare unfolding around Elizabeth. Fueled by desperation, the team managed to access guest lists from Sterling's parties. Asterisk, every night at the parties became a chilling game of cat and mouse. Asterisk, and the detectives came across a name that chilled them to the bone: Mona Hart. Asterisk, another aspiring actress who had disappeared under mysterious circumstances only weeks before Elizabeth. Could Sterling be connected to both women? One detective murmured, his face pale. They quickly learned that Mona had been spotted leaving one of Sterling's parties with him the night she vanished. The pieces of the puzzle were beginning to fit together, but they still lacked solid evidence to confront Sterling. However, a breakthrough blast of heat surged through the investigation when the detectives got a tip-off. "I know where to find him," whispered a voice over the phone. Tinged with fear, a meeting was set in a nearby diner that buzzed with crimson lights and hushed conversations. The moment they arrived, their senses heightened, and there he was, James Sterling, seated in the corner, cloaked in darkness. He wore a facade of calm confidence, a sly smile dancing on his lips as he caught sight of the detectives approaching. "Gentlemen," he drawled smoothly, "to what do I owe the pleasure?" "Cut the pleasantries," the lead detective coldly replied. "We know about Elizabeth Short and Mona Hart. You need to come with us." But before he could respond, a glint of danger flashed in the producer's eyes. "You think you can just float in here and threaten me? You're digging your own graves," he sneered, then effortlessly slipped out of the booth, disappearing into the bustling crowd outside. The detectives took off after him, adrenaline pumping through their veins. They raced through the streets, shadows melting into the night, as they pursued Sterling's black car. But as they rounded the corner, the panic twisted into a knot of dread. He was gone. Vanished, just like the victims. Desperation clawed at their minds. They regrouped, reviewing the last few connections. There had to be a way to flush him out, to untangle the web of lies he had spun around himself. Then, the profound twist that turned their world upside down arrived. Through a confidential informant, they learned about a secretive underground party art gathering where Hollywood insiders came to indulge their wildest fantasies, far away from the public eye. It seemed that a select few always attended, and suspicions ran deep that something far more sinister took place within the shadows of this world. The detectives sprang into action. They obtained access, determined to infiltrate this murky underbelly. Armed with hidden cameras and an unyielding resolve to bring justice to Elizabeth and the other women before they were lost forever. As they stepped through the opulent door, the energy shifted. The air was thick with danger. Laughter and murmurs intertwining in a sinister symphony. They mingled, faces, mask and laughter echoing, seeking James Sterling in the haze of wealth and power. But deep down, they could feel it, the darkness wrapping around them, an omnipresent weight as they edged closer to the truth. And just as they spotted a figure resembling Sterling slipping toward a private room, a sense of dread washed over the lead detective. It's now or never. But just as they made their move, the lights dimmed and the room erupted into chaos. Subscribe to True Crime and Scene now, else we will be gone.